Hope you liked the last two sessions. This is our third session under Mobile Studio. That is nothing but GroupConnect, which is engaging customers with Line. I'm not sure how many of them are using Line for your day-to-day regular conversation with your customers or your friends or any other family members. I'm not sure, but yeah. So Line is a popular channel in Southeast Asia, especially when you're calling about Japan, China, right, and Vietnam and Philippines. So some of the countries, especially in Southeast Asia. So this is one of the better communication channel as per the customer base, right? So today we'd like to talk about how are we going to leverage a group connect in Marketing Cloud under Mobile Studio, and how we would like to engage with the customers with Line channel. Okay. So let's go a quick introduction on the today's agenda. We have an introduction, and after that, you can calling as the today's topic Group Connect. We'll talk about what is Group Connect and what are all the ways that we can connect with Group Connect, how to implement Group Connect, and particular Line use cases. There are a couple of use cases in Marketing Cloud, especially on the Line, and after that, we'll go through the platform demo. Okay. And not but not least, so you can ask questions and answers in the chat. So I'll have to, provide my answers after this event as well. Thank you. Coming to myself, in the last two sessions you're hearing about again and again, but I don't know how many of them joined, but I'll give my introduction. Myself, Anindra, and I'm based in Singapore. I'm a CTO with the Bistoki, Platinum Consulting Partner Company in Singapore. I'm a Chief Enterprise Architect for both Salesforce and AWS. I'm a group leader in Marketing Cloud, Singapore, and a Slack chapter in Singapore. Appointed as a Salesforce Marketing Champion 2021, and I have 34 certifications. And along with this, I have 3 Velocity, MuleSoft, and accredited professional as well. I'm a MarTech architect as well, and I'm a trailblazer mentor, speaker. I've mentored more than 20 mentees so far, and they're happily working in different jobs together. And I have my blog, salesforce.wordpress.com. You can follow me on the blog, and you can reach me on Twitter at @Hargishatta, and you can link me. You can ping me anything on LinkedIn as well. Okay. So that's all myself. Let's go to our today's topic, Group Connect, which you can engage your customers with Line chat, right? So for Group Connect, we only have one messaging channel currently, which is Line. So of course, in Marketing Cloud, slowly we are getting a lot of messaging channels like WhatsApp, and people are using custom journey activities to build Viber, WeChat, and all the stuff. And we would like to talk about those in a separate session. But today, Group Connect, via Group Connect, you could connect with Line chat messaging, a Line chat messaging app. So it's a multi-content messaging type, So the Line is very, very cool. Actually, it's like Viber. It's a combination of multi-content. You could have text, you could have images, you could have recordings, you could have whatever. You can have emojis, you can have everything. And we could leverage and create a Group Connect message in Content Builder, and we could do it on Journey Builder as well. You can create a message, the group message or the Line message via Content Builder or a Journey Builder. So ultimately, what is the purpose? People ask me a question. Sir, what is the purpose? Hey, Funny, what is the purpose of Line, right? So you see SMS push notifications or any other notifications. So we have a different kind of a content altogether, right? Like this, for Line, we are enabling customers or the users to create an image, text, video, or audio messages in Content Builder, and we can use these messages in the Journey Builder sense as well, right? The background behind this is there are quite significant releases altogether, but with this release, so we have enabled our users to use Content Builder and Journey Builder first time for the Line messages. So you can see under Line messages, one of the activity line, you can drag and drop, and then you can choose the message that what you have built in Content Builder, right? So that's the purpose of Group Connect. And along with this, you can see how we are adding that into a Journey Builder. You see here, right? There is a Line messaging activity here, a Line messaging activity where you can go and then drag and drop the activity, and then you can choose a message. So that is how we could be able to drag and drop the Line message into Journey Builder. And at the same time, people question me saying that how we could be able to configure that. So it's just simple. You can go to your setup, and thus you can have a Mobile Studio under feature settings, and there's a Group Connect. Just add the Line ID, because when you're trying to start a configuration, the step number 1, you need a Line channel, because every company uses one channel, Line channel. You can when you create a Line channel, automatically it'll get an ID. You have to use a Line channel ID. The secret key Line will give you the secret details, the customer connect secret and all the details. and they'll give endpoint URL as well. So you can configure the channel to connect with Marketing Cloud. It's very simple. It is just I can showcase under the setup how it look like. So that is how we are going to connect the Group Connect, a kind of simple self-service setup, right? I'll showcase so far how it look like, the Group Connect channel. Let me logging into my system. Ideally, I don't have a license, but I can showcase whatever I have in my org, so that it gives some sort of a brief about how we can configure, how we can leverage, how we can design our message. Okay. So you can go to your setup under your Marketing Cloud user account. When you click on setup, currently you have feature settings, right? Under this is a mobile studio. Here I don't have, you can see under chat messaging, there's a line, right? Just click on line. So under line, you can see the setup, what is a line channel ID and the line secret keys and the endpoint URLs where you can able to connect. You can click on register. So here it'll ask you the channel ID, the secret channel. So when you register with line, you'll get all the information that they'll give you. So you don't need to worry about it. So once you will see this messages, ideally, once the registration has been done, so ideally you can go under your mobile studio, the Group Connect. So under the Group Connect, you see a panel where you can see a panel which describes about all the messages sent from the platform. So this is a panel where you can see all the messages sent from the Group Connect. And whenever registered, whenever a person is, normally in WhatsApp, right? Let's take an example, how the contacts coming into Group Connect Marketing Cloud. So in WhatsApp, what you do is like, you already have a contact where you can send a message to the WhatsApp so that the person will reply. Let's suppose the person you really don't know, you need to find out whether that the person has a WhatsApp or not, right? So ideally, when you enter his mobile number, you'll get to know immediately this person has a WhatsApp enabled, and you can then chat accordingly. But unless like other channels like WeChat, Line, or WhatsApp, what it does is, so what you have to do is you have to send a message, a kind of, so you should send a message to the customer. The customer has to follow back to you. So the customer has to follow back and the customer has to send a message. Once the customer send a message to you the first time, or when the customer follows you back, like Instagram, that information will comes to Group Connect. That I'll tell you how the orchestration works. And currently this is how the screen look like. And here you have an option to go on and create a message. We do have a different templates. Send message to your friends or create an automatic response when you send a message, when someone responds to enter some 1, 2, 3 or something, it'll automatically give you a response back. Then this is what important, invite people to follow your account. This is where I was talking about. So you could choose your message and then you can choose a different kind of a content, what you want, a text emoji content, or you want a media content, rich message content, stickers, you want dynamic imaging, all these different kind of outbound messages available. Let's suppose test, right? So I don't have any account registered, right? That's where I can't able to do this, but unfortunately I don't have any account. So you can choose a respective text image. So here you will get the line preview. You can add different kind of emojis, right? And you could add different kind of information. Hey, how are you? And you can have until 26 characters is left. You can add some more content if you wish. And click on OK and add some more content with different kind of, as I said, right? You can have multiple. You can add some media if you have in your own thing. Right, I've just added some media type to the line message. After that, you can add different content. Let's suppose you want to have a rich message. So is any rich message you want to send, you can send using a different layouts. So suppose I want to configure one layout, a sample layout. So it'll ask you the link text, HTTPS, maybe any link text, any script that you would like to implement, or any URL. So you can upload any kind of a background image with some proper dimensions with 1040 pixels or 5 MB of size is required. So you could define some background image. So easy, right? How easy that you can add some text on top of which, right? And the background also you could able to modify it. So how cool features that what we have currently with the line, right? So you have all these kind of messages where you can able to build. And the good thing in line is, apart from what we have currently scheduled, but you can be able to automate the solution as well. You can build a kind of a script, an automation script where you want to send messages to a certain criteria met or something. You could use an automation. So in the automation, they'll ask you where the automation sits. You can go and then design one automation for you. That automation, we have some pre-built automation activities available, where what you can do is you can just choose those automation platform. So there are some. So it'll create a new automation. So when in this automation, so I have different kind of a data sources, right? So if you look at your send group connect, so this is where you drag and drop. So this is where you can choose a group connect because once you select a message, so from here also you could able to select the message that what you configured from the group. Currently I don't have anything, but this is a way. The another way you can leverage an automation as well. Through Automation Studio, you could be able to send group messages. The other one using a send group connect activity. Okay, there is another way that what we talk about is journey builder, right? So in journey builder as well, you can able to see, you can able to design your journey, a multi-step journey using the group connect channel. It's a part of an activity again, right? So you can look at any journey you can create, any multi-step journeys. So ideally you have a messaging channel, so if you have data extensions or any other right, so I have a messaging, right? You can see under line messaging. So you can configure the line message, the one which you design through content builder, or one you can directly through a group connect option. So you could just create a new message from here itself, and it'll ask you what kind of template you want to be built. So here you can ask, it'll automatically comes. So I want a multi-step content message or a carousel. So I want a multi-content message. So from here, I'll have an option to go and then choose it. So I'll get a configuration. I'll go and then do a message configuration. So it has to be lowered. So you could add the content with text. So I'm going to put some text. Hey, how are you? Welcome to Word. So if you have any other content image, you could add an image as well from the browse. So you could choose an image from your local content folder, right? So you can keep some images, and you could add some different content, maybe any audio file if you wish to add, just add it the audio file as well. Any kind of a sticker that you want to add it, you can add the stickers as well, right? So see subsequent kind of a communication, series of communications that what customers really looking cool kind of features. So that's provides the line, right? So how cool is that we can just create a message, and we could use both journey builder and automation to plan our messages and send to the customers very frequently. And you could see all those customer messaging deliverables, all the things sitting under data views. GroupConnect has a separate data views where you can see under the data view section. And that is how this entire GroupConnect works, how we can create a message, and how you can choose different kind of a templates, different kind of message types, and how cool the communication is coming from Salesforce, right? Let me go back to our presentation. So that is how the setup and the configuration and creation of a group or line messages works. But before, when we talk about all this, right, the question is the biggest question. So which country line is more popular? That what I've said, Southeast Asia, especially on Japan and Thailand, Philippines, and other Asian markets, are especially using it more than 94%. You can see how they rely on this line channel. That's where we're targeting our marketing cloud teams to focus on line. And as I said, this has the highest opening rate among all the marketing channels, line, because how beautiful the message is, right? How intuitive the message is, right? So that's where we have an average email open rate in marketing cloud is 24.79, but look at Messenger, 98%. Everyone likes it. Everyone likes it, the line messages. That's how the brand comes with this, their own unique behavior. So Salesforce, of course, is a line business connect partner. And so all the mobile cloud, the marketing cloud mobile studio allows companies to engage with their customers online. And currently, how customers are using GroupConnect. So there are certain use cases where you should understand. The main use case is identification. So you could capture the leads via line. As I told you, right, there is a follow attribute to capture email template where you could just set up that. So if you go to your one of your thing, right? I'll go back to our group connect. I'll showcase follow messenger, because see how you prospect how you can get the leads in marketing cloud. You can build some landing pages, or you can build some cloud pages, and then you can host that cloud pages in somewhere, and then you can get the register the leads, right? But in line also the same kind of a concept. You can invite the people to follow your account, so you can look at, right, you can put some message in name. Hey, why not subscribing this product or something. You can choose a line account, and you could see the preview, follow confirmation messages, attribute to capture. You could choose different kind of an attributes from line data. I'm choose group connect line data. I'm gonna fetch uh, I'm gonna fetch my this one email data. So you can add multiple attributes, message, error message. So if you want to capture any additional attributes, you can capture that, and you could just message different kind of a thing. If you want to preview, you can just preview it how you're sending a message to the line, right? How easy is that we can able to manage the customers and create these kind of a messages to attract and let them have a prospect into our database, right? So that's how this is one of the great use case using the template. And we have a loyalty. You can use different templates to deliver your localized and targeted content using personalized attributes with AMP script and other variables, the dynamic content. And the lightweight service always. When most of the customers prefer lightweight service, which is nothing but keyword detection to deliver the common frequently asked question responses. So we can retrieve individual account information via keyword driven request, because in marketing cloud, if you look at mobile connect, right? Group connect, right? You always have an attributes to capture. You always have some information. Let's suppose I want to edit this. So here I want to use different kind of emojis. I would like to add different kind of a content to attract the customers to just click on this, right? So that's a good thing that you could recommend a frequently asked thing. Okay, why not this? Just choose it. Why not this, right? So that's where it's very popular, like very intuitive, right? So that's where common fundamental use cases that what every customer will leverage with identification, loyalty management, or lightweight service. So you want all these three to make the best out of your marketing strategy. Biggest question: how you maintain a contact from your community. So you can see here, right, what I do personally, like, so as a person, what I do in Singapore. So when we have a trailblazer community groups, essentially we also use line real heavily, because my most of friends and everyone are sitting with line, and I would personally like line as well. And what I do is I'm going to create one charter, one QR scan code. I'm going to put it into my channel. When anyone comes and then they're gonna scan this code, and automatically they'll get subscribed automatically. When they scan it, so automatically they'll get subscribed into my account. And with that, once you subscribe it, how the data flows is under contacts, we have a group connect demographics, where you can choose contact key, mobile number, chip, and all. Automatically those information will be assigned to under group connect demographics. Everything has been intact with the contact key, right? And at the same time, once we subscribe, we need to share the data to them as well. You can see here under one of the channel Salesforce. So I've subscribed, I got a reply, because once I subscribe with this channel, so here I build a message on subscription message, what needs to be sent to the customer. So here the same thing, I send a message to the customer, thanks for subscribing to the community, so and so. So I'm asking a question, the response question. I'm going to write a response question here. That's the next content. So what is the next question that I would like to write? So the next question that what I've written is, hey, what's your first name, last name? So I'm going to capture some more attributes from the customer, that who am I chatting with. So based on the responses, I'm sending some more messages. All this can be done through your one of the template called follow confirmation message. So that's the beauty of line, right? Very cool. So like this, you would be able to manage your complete content altogether with line. At the same time, you can make a beautiful promotions. As I said, look at, right, rich message support, rich media message alert. There's a creativity with 8 rich media layout options, including 6 actionable areas. And you see here, right, how cool is that? Views, you can see the account is line NTO, and you see scheduled outbound messages, my rich text message. I've added some good cool background with some good snapshots and all the stuff. So how beautiful is that? At the same time, I have an option where the customers can quickly respond to your customers with we have a custom response templates, where you can choose an inbound response based on the response message. We could send some more message, the one which you have showcased earlier, right? So you could create up to 50 response message containing emojis, media, and stickers as well. So the limit is 50. You could make your priority as well based on, if you look at this one, right, how we build Einstein chatbot, some input dialogues, based on input dialogues, so we are sending some response. So exactly the same. It supports exactly the same, which is using a customer response templates. And the limit is up to 50 responses itself. And people really need to understand, as we discussed it, right? So the biggest question is, hey Fanny, can you just brief me about how this entire process works? You told me about the templates, you've talked about the beautiful intuitive interface of line and data model, the demographics and all this stuff, right? But look at the full profile of your line follows how it works. So step number one, whenever a person adds your line account, what it does is immediately Marketing Cloud just capture the user ID and display name and send to Marketing Cloud. Sorry, the line will, once we done the connection. So once a user registered with line, it means like I got a friend request. Okay, I accepted the friend request. Immediately, once I accepted, line will send all the information to Marketing Cloud. And immediately what I do as a Marketing Cloud person, I'm going to do, I have a response template. What I do is I'll respond to the customer, hey, thank you for subscribing, and I would like to take you through the next steps. Just to know me your first name, last name. I can use it, all the attributes using my demographics. And I can mention them. If I want, I'm more good, I'm going to send some web page as well for the thing. So using that feature, so we could be able to integrate that web logins if you want, using OAuth2 protocols for authentication. And but ideally, it could maximum, most of the customers leverage auto response templates, but some cases where you can be able to access to build some kind of web pages with line, so that web login uses OAuth2 ideally, and you could capture all the information back to Marketing Cloud as well. After that, so once the authorization of user has been done to the web page, so that information we are sending back to the client program, which is built on REST principles always. And once the customer enters all the information together with their user ID, and we will get all the information stored back to Marketing Cloud, right? So this is a full profile of how the line works normally, but line has their own internal web login feature that you can't able to see it. That it's internally done. Everything can be done by internally, but on a high level technical stuff, you could see a couple of inbuilt. This is what I would like to showcase, because everyone has to understand. Everyone want to see the configure. Okay, it's just simple. Go to Salesforce Marketing Cloud, click on setup, go to feature settings, click on register, just register and then done. But behind the work, this is all has to be done. The line has to do a lot of stuff on web login features, and they built us some sort of programs for web features. They do all the heavy lifting here, and then they'll send us the data back to Marketing Cloud. So that's how it works, a full profile. So if we already seen the platform demo, right? So this is the screen where people can see how many number of messages you send from Marketing Cloud GroupConnect, and you see different messages, outbound message. You can see the inbound messages also. And here you can see the different kind of GroupConnect templates, outbound template, custom responses. So you can use follow your account template. After that, this is where you can use custom response template. You could just add some more different kind of messages. I have text messages. You can add different kind of content messages. Everything you have content blocks. You can add multiple content blocks as well. And you can see the cool feature of the message, how it look like. Add emojis, different kind of templates. And as I said, you could use an automation as well, not only in Journey Builder. You could use this as an automation. You could select an automation to send some sequential number of times based on the customer responses. And you see different kind of outbound messages that what we have selected. And you can see how I selected. I build an automation. I click on new automation, and then I drag and drop the send GroupConnect, and I can configure my messages in Content Builder. And then I've selected that message in Content Builder from Content Builder as well, right? So how cool is that? Like, so it's very, very nice. And there are some information where you can find in help documentation on GroupConnect, and you could use the developer documentation as well for building some more high-level use cases, right? So that's all, team, and that's all. If anyone has any questions, I'll happy to help you out. It's a small topic, however, because it's quite quick, because it's just simple, right? All the configurations, creating a message with different templates, and custom response templates, and all this is really fantastic feature for line. You could see under feature settings, you could see under your mobile studio, chat messages line, and you could register your line app, step number 1, and after that you can go, and then this is the step number 1. So the step number 2, you have to go into the content builder. Through content builder, you can create a message, or through the GroupConnect, you can go and then create a message, or through journey builder, you can create a message upfront. So there are 3 ways you can create a message. And for sending a message to the customers, you could leverage journey builder, or you could leverage an automation studio. So that's all it is. So as I said, right, in Southeast Asia, almost 98% people are leveraging this line, and the messaging delivery rate is very, very high as compared to email studio and SMS as well, right? So that's the beauty of Line Connect using GroupConnect, the line messaging using GroupConnect. Let me see if anyone has any questions. Any questions? Can I register as free account in Marketing Cloud? I think Gaurav, you already replied back. I'm not sure on the certifications team. I'm not at all sure. Yes, Gaurav, I think you can go and then try it out. Let me know, team, if anyone has any questions. Hope you like the session, and I could check the recording as well in the later sessions as well. Let me put the reference materials also if anyone want to see. If anyone want to learn from them. The GroupConnect. So this is a developer documentation which you can build more developer kind of stuff. So you can have different kind of use cases to send some updates, payment updates, shipping updates, reservation updates, transportation updates, because you can use this Line Connect for making a lot of APIs are available for messaging APIs, especially on GroupConnect Chat API. So you could set up your Chat API with the different channels, OTT channels. You could just install the package as per the permissions, and you could use this endpoints for making your life more easier. But most of the times people go with out of the box. They won't set up for the GroupConnect chat message, because if it required to send an automation updates, because most of the times what's happening is for order updates and all this stuff, right? So if they use any other order update, they directly using Marketing Cloud API to send order transactions. So what they're doing is just a simple example. I want to tell before I connect. Let me know your feedback as well on the session, so that we'll try to improve it as well. So there are some updates. There are some use cases, right? So those use cases are like order updates, right? Order statuses, or account updations, because account changes. So this kind of use cases where if you want to build these use cases, ideally, you have your mobile app. So from your line, what information you can have: first name, last name, your channel ID, and your email address or mobile number. So basic information, your basic information. So this information already Marketing Cloud has. But I would like to send order updates, order statuses, because this person went on any e-commerce portal, and what he had done is he has purchased any kind of a product. So the order has been placed, which is sitting on somewhere in SAP or any other e-commerce, maybe B2C commerce cloud. You can see that. Finally, this information is going to be connected with Marketing Cloud via transactional API, right? And this transactional API, you can consume this SFMT. You can create one data extension to capture all this product order events. In data extension, we'll get to know the respective person's minimum mobile number or email address. So based on it, what I'll do is I'll design one more DE. I'll build some data designer. I could just build one data extension using the relationships. So those relation, I have the device, I have the channel ID. I'm going to use these to build one relation, primary key, using primary key of channel ID. I'm going to build one building data extension, which is nothing but order confirmations. So what I do is I'll use this order confirmations as a source entry into my DE. And what I'll do is after that, I'm going to leverage my line message. What I configure for line message, I'm going to configure my line message for order confirmation. In that, I use I use my personalized attributes coming from order confirmation data extension, so that whenever, sorry, order confirmation here. So whenever a customer places an order from portal, it'll go to SFMC, and we'll get to know data model already designed. So it'll sit under order confirmation D. So directly I'm gonna use my data extension to send a line message. So this is a one way where it'll take some time, maybe the turnaround time from here to here, maybe we can say that 2 minutes or something. But there are other ways where you could directly, if the respective system provides an endpoint API, so we can build an API entry event. Like again, if using API entry event also, you do the same kind of operation. So minimum 2 minutes, 2 minutes to minimum 1 minute, you'll get a notification from Marketing Cloud to line message of the customer, the order has been placed. The same thing, you could have order status updates, account information. Let's suppose in line message, you're trying to change your first name, last name, or anything. So those updates will come again through SFMC using this API. You could leverage this registration endpoint. So you can use all this API information, and then you could build these many use cases to send a notification to line message, right? So the same principles behind Marketing Cloud API, but it's always that we need to focus on what is the right data model. See here, your data extension of the registration and your data extension of your order data, you have to combine both using a primary key of channel and build a separate DE of order confirmation, and then use this as the primary entry criteria for journeys, and then send a message to the customers. So this is how the real-time API use cases works in Line Connect. Right? Any questions, team? Why other than to target Japan audience, why we will use Line? Of course, you'll use Line, Bilal, so no worries at all. This is what, right? It's all fundamental principles of your country's regulations principles, because we always use WhatsApp heavily, we always use Instagram and all this stuff, right? But some of the countries, due to some security and protection policies, the government itself is moving or insisting or recommending to leverage Line. So that's why the people use Line from their day one onwards. Yes, Bilal. In India, no one uses inline app. I've told you, right? It's all based on your fundamental principles of your change of mind and the country as well. If the country supports, if the country asks you, hey, just crash all the apps, so going forward, you want to use line app, and your telecom companies also won't support you other apps. So ultimately, what do? You sit with line and then you do it, because from line, government getting some funding. Exactly. Right, Gaurav. Exactly. In India, that's what, right? It's all government kind of stuff. So can't able to do anything, because see, still use Viber. See, in India, a lot of my friends and a lot of my customers use Viber, right? So the same thing in Singapore, a lot of customers use Viber. So if you look at, right, all my customer communications are in Viber. Most of my all the projects, right? So that's how it works. It's all like the country wise. Philippines use Viber heavily. Indonesia use Line Viber, and China uses WeChat. Japan use Line Chat, and China uses Line Chat as well. And some more countries, Philippines, Vietnam, Indonesia, they use Line heavily, right? So it's all how we focus on how many number of customers are using it. We'll get all the data sitting in outside, and then we could target to the personalized messages.